Good morning, Blue Lulus. How you doing? I mean, asking that is becoming an increasingly stupid question, but how you doing? Did you guys see the hostile government takeover part 2? Oh, it hurt right here. He's so effective at really capturing the feeling of any given moment, because the first time there was hostile government takeover, it was kind of like upbeat and funny and silly because, I mean, we all thought that it was going to be a spectacle. We knew that things were going to get a little bit insane, that would be undoubtedly entertaining, but it turns out that it's like not like Happy Gilmore or Three Stooges kind of entertaining. It's like Annabelle, featuring Annabelle somehow. And so part 2 is like in a minor key, it's a lot slower, and he's talking about the fact that like we're living in a country that's seemingly hopeless, that we don't know what to do because everything seems insurmountably challenging. But just know that no matter how often you feel that way, I feel like that a lot, it's not true. There is going to be a way out of this, but we have to get together and we have to stand firm. Like the congresswoman from Portland yesterday, she was asked about all of these terrible plans that are coming about from the Joker administration, and they were like, well, what are you going to do when they come in and invade Portland? She was like, there will be no invasion of Portland. With a full pause like that. And I appreciate that. Like, say it how it is. Period. We don't need to have these like big flowery, strongly worded letters. Just say no. Hard no. And then see what happens. I appreciate J.B. Pritzker coming out and saying that this person needs to have the 25th Amendment used on him immediately because he's clearly cuckoo banana pants crazy in the noodle. And I feel like most other Team Blues don't want to do that. They don't want to say that hard part out loud because they're going to go, oh, well, that won't work. That's not going to happen. Nobody's going to agree to that. It doesn't matter. You still have to say the truth. You still have to continue to hold on to what's actually happening, because eventually, if you keep saying the truth long enough, it will catch on. And you have to be more aggressive about it. There's no doubt that healthcare is a very noble cause. It's a very good reason for us to be in this government shutdown right now. But is that really the only reason? Or are you trying to put the brakes on this horrendous situation that we're in because we are in a life or death situation as a nation? Which one is it? Because if it's just healthcare, then I'm fear that you're not paying enough attention. So my advice to you would be to throw away the focus groups, stop giving all of these like carefully curated, tested statements when it comes to what's happening, and just say the truth. Be honest, be straight up about it. Because people who aren't plugged into politics really don't understand the existential crisis that we're fueling and feeling right now, because the media is not reporting on it in its entirety. Like when I talk to people who aren't on TikTok, they really don't know. Like I have a family member who like relies on federal subsidies, and I told her that the government was shutting down. She was like, really? I had no idea. Yeah, they don't know. People are not being exposed to this real information, even people who are in the loop a lot of the time. I watched a video from The View yesterday, and Joy Behar was like, I'm really concerned that we're not going to make it out of the next 3 years of this. I don't think that it's going to be okay. And all the rest of them were like, I do, it's going to be fine. I'm not that worried about it. And she was like, why? And Sunny goes, well, you've seen worse, right? You've totally seen worse. And she was like, no, I lived during World War II, and this is worse. This is the worst it's ever been. And I appreciated her saying that out loud, because so many people have this like confusing combination of denial and the need to appear sane during this completely insane situation where they don't feel that pull at all. They have no interest in appearing to be calm or sane or nice. And you don't have to be the opposite of them in order to win this argument, right? You have to meet them where they are, and they're completely nuts. So why don't you just go ahead, put your black hat on, and ride at dawn for the American people? Because there are 785,000 federal employees that have been put on furlough because of this ridiculous regime's plans for everything, and they're continuing to lie about what the Democrats are saying anyways. They're saying, oh, it's because they want to give money to illegal immigrants, when it's not true. There's no means for them to apply for Medicaid or Medicare or any other government program, despite the fact that they pay $10 billion a year into the funding that goes into these programs. There is no way for them to be able to get that, and it's very clearly and easily proven that that's the case, but they don't care. They're happy to lie. They're happy to make stuff up. So you might as well go for the job. That's probably not the best use of words in today's world, but just be real. Just be authentic and be honest about what's happening right now. If we're doomed, then we're doomed, but you need to say it. You need to have a plan, not just like, I love healthcare. Okay, great, but what else? I need to see more action. I need to see more people on the floor, not just demonstrating their ineptitude, but having a plan for something else. And I don't know. I keep hearing, my world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I never get bored. Like, what did Smash Mouth know about the world being on fire? I'd give anything to go back to 1999 when that song was written. Everything seems completely insane, and it is. In other news, remember when we had those Dior bags back in January in New Jersey? Apparently that is happening over the Baltic region as well. People were convinced that like it was maybe the cold country, but it's looking more and more like they're having a very similar Dior bag situation there that's shutting down their airports, and people are saying that they're seeing these Dior bags up in the air and then they're morphing into looking like aircraft after looking like orbs in the beginning, and it's causing a lot of confusion. The government of Japan is also saying that they're seeing them off of their coast as well. So I mean, come on in. Water's fine. It's not too late to change your mind though, aliens. Like you don't have to stay. It's fine. No matter what happens today, hope you guys drink some of my coffee, hope you eat a yummy snack, and as always, keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. See you next time. Ta-ta.